The story begins with a bright, sunny morning in which we see a white castle surrounded by a beautiful greenery of its garden. It seems like the name of the location is Household of the Earl, Kingdom of Seldom. In the next scene, we are inside the castle in a beautiful bedroom having a bed on which someone is lying. It seems like it's the protagonist of our story. He rolled inside his blanket, making a slight noise. He then peeked outside the blanket. Staring at the ceiling, he sighed. It looks like he is thinking about something. He then swished his hands around the bed and tries to get off the bed. "It's that dream again," he said while sitting at the corner of the bed. It appears that our hero name is Jaime Welton, and he's the firstborn son and heir to the Earl household of the Kingdom of Seldom. It looks like he is now thinking about his dream, which appears to be his previous life. A red lightning struck at our hero from upwards. "We shall now seal you away." A voice that came from the sky, from where the lightning struck. Our hero laughed loudly. Even standing in such a situation of life and death, he is now surrounded by a pattern that looks like a seal. It appears that the so-called 12 gods of the heavens, uniting together against a single adversary, only to seal our hero away. Our hero then again continued laughing. "How can I not laugh at this?" he said, while looking towards the sky from where the gods of heaven seems to be replying. He then challenged them. "I dare you to seal me away," he shouted. "However, when he wake from it, the radiance surrounding your very existences will fade away, and you will all be left in despair so deep, eventually longing for death," he says to the 12 gods in anger. Also, while screaming, we see the drops of bloods coming from eyes and all the openings from his face. A loud voice came from above the sky. "We will look forward to that day, Diablo Volpir, but for now, be imprisoned in pain for all eternity," said the 12 gods. And our hero is now sealed away by the 12 gods. Our hero then finds his way out through the dimensional rift created in the lapse of time that seemed eternal, and somehow he was born to this family. The next scene describes the moment when our hero Jaime was born into that family. As soon as he opened his eyes, he found himself lying in a baby bed. His father and his mother are happily staring at him. As he opened his eyes, everyone shouted with joy. "Look, our Jaime opened his eyes." Her mother said. "His facial features matches to his father, and he is just too adorable." His father then said, pointing towards her mother, "He looks just like you, with his eyes wide open." Our hero, Jaime, then tries to speak, but he was only able to make a sound like a baby. Boo boo. He was confused about, where is he? Why can't he speak? His father then picks him up and was filled with joy. "Our Jaime is so healthy," he said. Our hero has now lived for 9 years in his new family. Now we hear footsteps approaching towards our hero's room. Now we are back in the present. Jaime, after hearing the footsteps, realized that he got a feeling that it will be a tiresome day again today. A lady then appeared inside Jaime's room. "Young master," she said while smiling. It appears from her outfit that she is the caretaker of our hero's family. "Good morning, Nanny," our hero replied happily. She then asked our hero that what he was doing so early in the morning, to which our hero replied, he was gazing upon the beautiful morning skies. Nanny finds it such a romantic thing to do and appreciated our hero about it. Our hero then doubts himself that when did he got such a sentimental side? Nanny then said to our hero that skies are indeed beautiful, but he should get dressed as the master and the lady are waiting for Jaime. "Okay," our hero replied. After our hero get dressed, Nanny then grabbed his hand and took him towards the master and lady. "Young Master Jaime is here, sir," she said. Our hero sighed in stress. It seems like he is bored with his life following the same routine daily. "Oh, my lovely child, it's delightful to see you," his mother said, who is sitting at the dining table along with her husband and Jaime's younger sister. His sister appeared to be very happy after seeing Jaime. He then sits beside her younger sister, seeing both of them sitting together. Her mother appreciated them by saying, "My goodness, our babies are just so adorable." Our hero then introduces everyone in his family to the readers. Her mother is the sole daughter of the great Bell household, Sears Bell Welton, and his father is one of the only 5 swordmaster within the kingdom. He is the head of the Welton household and swordmaster, Earl Jaime Welton. He appreciates his father by saying that his titles makes him a very distinguished man, but he is just a family-oriented, loving father and husband. And at last, her younger sister. She is the youngest child of the Earl household of Welton, Sarah Welton. Her sister then asks her brother to open his mouth, as she wants to feed her brother from her own hands. Our hero appreciated the food after eating from her hands. He then also feeds Sarah, saying that it's her favorite. He then makes a tiring face. Seems like our hero is not liking it at all, and is pretending to be jolly and happy in front of everyone. But in reality, he finds it very tiring. Jaime then head towards his room and jumped in his bed facing downwards. He then talks to himself, saying that he can never get used to such lovey-dovey expressions. He thanked God that he is a bit older now, because when he was younger, he dreaded having to speak like a child, acting cute and all. He likes the household though. Its facilities and the Earl household library is great too. It's just that, he said, and suddenly, a black-eyed structure with wings came into the room of Jaime with a peep sound. Peep, 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 it said, and landed on the head of our hero. Our hero then said that his powers are so damnably weak. Well, it could be worse, as the reincarnation was the second chance for him. He then grabbed the eye structure in his hands and squeezed it, and the black blood started coming out from it. He angrily said, "The foolish 12 gods are still in existence, as well as their parasitic natures feeding of their followers." He also said that his powers is still at this level, because dark magic is not practiced in this era. "Time is absolutely on my side," he said, making a villain face, and the eyed structure that was squeezed came back to its original shape. Our hero then warned the 12 gods to stay in their arrogant thrones till he regained his powers by squeezing again the eyed structure, and the black blood started flowing around him with his powers. Suddenly, Nanny appeared from the door and interrupted Jaime. She said to our hero that it's story time with the lady, to which Jaime didn't reply, as he was lost in the matter of the 12 gods. Nanny then again called the young master, to which Jaime replied happily, "Yes, Nanny, let's go." But deep down he was full of regrets. He wants to be sealed away again, every time when he have to act cute and innocent. Nanny then asked young master Jaime to follow her, as the lady was waiting for him. He then followed Nanny and went to the room of his mother. Her mother along with Jaime's younger sister were sitting on the couch, and they both were waiting for Jaime. "Over here, Jaime. Over here, Jaime," his mother said to him. He approached her mother and went down on his knees. He lovingly grabbed her mother's knees and said, "Mother, what story are you going to read us today?" Making such a cute face. His mother and his sister hugged him, imagining that how can someone be so cute. They both then appreciated Jaime, that he is so cute and adorable. His mother even called our hero Kutiepi. Her mother told him that today she will recite the story of Highness the Great Mage, and Jaime would love it. She then started reciting the story to both of them. She then continued the story. After some time she ended by saying, "And Heinz lived happily after," and the story ended. She asked Jaime that did he like the story, to which he replied, "Yes, I want to be a great mage like Heinz someday." Her mother then said that he will surely be a great mage because he is such a smart boy. She also said to Jaime that he had already defeated 3 mage teachers by now, to which Jaime thinks that is he being sarcastic, as he made her find a new magic teacher every time. Her mother then pats on Jaime's head and told her, "Your father will find the greatest mage just for you, Jaime." Jaime thinks that she wasn't being sarcastic at all. Jaime replied to her, "He didn't give to. He is too kind." While this conversation was going on, Jaime's sister Sarah fell asleep. He then stood up from the couch. His mother asked him if he is heading towards the library now. Jaime replied yes. Her mother asked Jaime to give her a hug and said, "Reading is good, but try to have fun playing around from time to time." He then pretends to be happy and hugged her mother tightly. She then was filled with love and hugged Jaime even more tightly. "Can you forget about library and play with mommy?" she asked. He then goes to the library, finds himself a spot and started reading the books. After some time, he closed the book which he was reading in disappointment. He thought that the book was supposed to be about the newest technique of mana breathing, but it was not. He then ignored the problem and said, "Anyways, it's mealtime again. It's cumbersome to eat 3 times a day." He thinks to head there before Nanny comes looking for him. As he was heading for the lunch, he noticed an old man with long hair and beard wearing white clothes was heading towards him. "Stop," Jaime said. He was appreciating the beauty of the corridors. such a lavish artifact decorating the mere entrance of the dining area, he said. Jaime couldn't recognize him and think, who is that guy? The old man then greeted Jaime by saying hello. Jaime was shocked by seeing the tremendous amount of mana coming out from his body. The mana was gushing out like a wild tornado from his entire body. He must be at least rank 7 mage, Jaime thinks in his mind. He also thinks that, how did he enter here without someone escorting him here? Did he teleport it himself, or is he an intruder? But he seems too poised for someone trespassing the property of a swordmaster, Jaime said. Who are you? Asked Jaime. How did you get in here? It's a private property, he said. Jaime then started to show his mana in front of the old man. A lion cub is a lion too, after all, the old man said. Jaime was too pissed by the attitude of the old man. He then said, he would have made him on his knees. I can't said it, Jaime said. He said that he will teach the lesson to the old man and started showing his mana. Seeing him, the old man was surprised at how a 9-year-old could have this tremendous amount of mana. He said that this piques his curiosity even more. The old man then said, show me how strong you are, showcasing his mana. The orange current surrounded his body, making his aura infinite. Jaime was full of anger that how can a random old man dares to test him. He then angrily pointed his fingers towards the old man, and purple flames surrounded Jaime. He said, me Diablo Volpir is the one to whom God feared once. After saying this statement, Jaime threw a purple lightning towards the old man. It was filled with mana. It struck directly at the old man, but he didn't even flinched. Jaime was shocked that his trick didn't work against him, and also he didn't even got a single scratch. The old man was amazed after seeing the powers of Jaime Welton. He had never watched a 9-year-old boy who cast such a powerful spell before. The old man then pointed his palm towards Jaime. Well, it's my turn now, he said. A yellow lightning got produced with a crackling sound. Jaime was amazed after seeing his spell. Wow, he is good, damn it, he said. The crackling spell went towards Jaime. Jaime knew that the spell was not intended to hurt him. He said that there is no reason to play his game by reacting to it. The old man was shocked when he saw Jaime, that he didn't even flinched or even blinked his eye. Then we hear a slash sound. It looks like Jaime's father have entered in between. He struck the old man's spell with his sword. As soon as he stood up after striking the spell, he shouted, all right, that's enough. Then he asked Jaime if he is all right. That's enough. Then he asked Jaime if he is all right, to which Jaime replied, yes, father, I am all right. He then pretends like he is crying and was acting like a child in front of his father. Seeing him, his father angrily shouted at the old man, look, my baby was terrified. Marquess Rinmal, you have some explanation to do. Seeing the kid crying, the old man thinks, why is he acting innocent in front of his father? The old man then laughed loudly. Ha 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 ha, he is something else, Earl. I am so envious of you, he said. Jaime was surprised that at first he attacked him, and now he is also acting so strange in front of his father. In the next scene, we see the old man, Marquess Rinmal, and our hero's father. They both are sitting on the couch in front of each other. It seems like they both are having tea and are discussing about something. Jaime's father, Earl Welton, flinched a little. He said in anger, that was my son you attacked. Also, he is the heir to the Welton household, the old man said. I knew, and takes a sip of tea. Seeing this, Earl Welton went crazy. His mana started coming out from his body. He shouted, did you just said you knew that it was my child? Seeing him this angry, the old man said, calm down a little, your air is piercing me. He then asked Jaime's father, Earl Welton, that, how much do you know about your son? To which Earl Welton replied, what are you talking about? How much of a prodigy he is, the old man said in a strange manner. Earl Welton then told him that out of many people he asked to him, but as soon as he came in, he attacked his child. Earl Welton then thinks that he is holding some grudge from a very long time. Marquess Rinmal then replied, well then, you do not know much about him. After all, I will have to decline your request to take him as my pupil, Marquess said. Marquess Rinmal is a great rank 8 mage. He is renowned as the most powerful mage in the entire world. Hearing the statement of the rejection of his son by someone of this caliber, Earl Welton then said that, I beg your pardon, he thought that he might have heard wrong. He then asked Marquess Rinmal, does that mean that Jaime is not gifted as I had thought? To which Marquess replied that whatever he is thinking is not the reason. Earl Welton then asked Marquess the reason of his son's rejection. The old man then stated the reason by saying that I am refusing him because I cannot handle him. Earl Welton was shocked that, what? If rank 8 mage is unable to handle my child, then who will? Marquess Rinmal then said that his son saw through the spell I cast at him. Hearing this, Earl Welton Welton got shocked and asked, "What?" He then thinks in his mind, "Impossible. I know he is a bright kid." But to which Marquess Reinmal replied, "And he's got guts." He was confident that my spell would do him absolutely no harm. And also, he was surprised at how he was looking straight at the spell coming at him. Marquess Rinmal also told his father that he is already a rank 3 without anyone's help. Hearing this, Jaime's father looks a little bit delighted for some reason. Marquess Reinmal also told that if we rule out his physical limitation, he is at least rank 4. He then told his father that Jaime is a prodigy. No more than that, he is a phenomenon. He does not need a teacher. Marquess Rinmal also told to support him the best you can. He will develop to be a complete mage on his own. Perhaps he may even become a rank 9 mage that we thought only existed in the legends. Hearing this, Earl Welton was surprised. He also started sweating. He then gulped and said, "My son has potential to become a legendary rank 9 mage." After telling all the pros of Jaime Welton to his father, Marquess Rinmal then stood up from the couch. It seemed like he is about to leave. He then asked for an apology to Earl Welton for attacking his son. His body started making a zap, zap, zap sound as he is about to teleport. While leaving, he said, "The magical society, the entire world will soon be affected by what is about to come. This will be fun," he said. He teleported from the room and disappeared. After Marquess Rinmal had left, Earl Welton went into a deep thinking. He sighed and leaned back on the couch. In the next scene, we see our hero, Jaime Welton. "That was very hectic," he said, after going through a mini battle with Marquess Rinmal. He said that his mother had already heard about what the old man did. As soon as he said this, her mother came through the door, hugged Jaime very tightly, and said, "Jaime, are you all right? Oh my goodness, were you frightened? Mommy will take care of that old man. Mommy will teach him a lesson," she said while hugging Jaime. She held Jaime for some couple of hours like that. After her mother left the room, Jaime felt a bit relaxed. He took out his locket from his neck and put it on the table. She then said that you can't remember when he last see a magic that powerful. He also thinks that the old man could hold a place even in the mythical era. He also thinks that the old man could hold a place even in the mythical era. Appreciated the old man saying that. His combination, placement, balance, and attribute were all decent enough. But my father, Earl Argino Welton, I knew he was strong, but to be able to nullify such a powerful spell as expected of the father of someone like me, he said with joy and satisfaction. Suddenly, a voice came from behind him. "What makes you so happy?" Jaime then looked behind and saw the old man, Marquess Rinmal. He was sitting on his bed. He was so surprised after seeing him. It seems like he got goosebumps. "What are you thinking about? That you don't even notice a visitor has come," said Marquess Rinmal, giggling. Seeing the old man, Jaime sat down on the floor, making a loud noise. Thump. He then asked the old man that, "What the hell are you doing here?" The old man replied by laughing. "Ha ha 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 ha. You are a child after all, freaking out like that." Jaime asked him by saying that. "How did you get in here?" "I teleported my way in," he said. Hearing this, Jaime got shocked. He then said to the old man, "I see that my father has spared your life." He then thinks in his mind that he knew that he wasn't an ordinary old man, but be able to teleport so easily like that. Marquess Rinmal then asked Jaime that, "You were acting like a typical child in front of your father. Why not in front of me?" Jaime was annoyed by answering his questions. He stood up from the floor and replied, "How can family and a stranger be the same?" Marquess Rinmal then said, "What are same though? If only I had more powers." And he started staring at Jaime. Jaime felt disgusted by how the old man was staring at him. Marquess then took out a magic novel from his pocket and said, "Here is a gift from my side." "A book of magic," Jaime said with surprise. He then hands over the book to Jaime. The old man Marquess then said to Jaime that the mana breathing technique you used is outdated. That's why I want to give you this book. Jaime got humiliated after hearing that. His technique is outdated. Marquess also told Jaime that this book also holds many secrets regarding mana breathing technique that he created by himself. Jaime was the first person to whom Marquess was sharing the book. Jaime then opens the book and thinks that a mana breathing technique created by a mage of this caliber. He did said that my technique is outdated. "I have a lot of expectations from you," said Marquess Rinmal. And he again started zapping since he was about to teleport. "How much will you have grown till next time we meet?" he said, and teleported. Jaime replied with full confidence and said, "You will be surprised. After Marquess Rinmal had left, Jaime decided to open the book and check how great mage he is. As soon as he opened the book and flips the first page, he got to know that mana breathing is an oral breathing through the lungs. It allows the user to absorb the nature's energy and gather mana in heart. It is known to be the best efficient method, although its limitation on the amount is a big disadvantage. Jaime thinks that he would find something great and interesting, as he had pointed out existing breathing techniques were obsolete. He then closed the book and said, "It is an extremely difficult concept to master, feeling each of the mana particles and breaking them down to sizes absorbable through the skin." Jaime then leaned backwards on his bed and thinks that this requires a super precise control. Not that many, if any, could do this. It is nearly impossible to replace this existing breathing technique entirely, he said. He then grinned and said, "I am Diablo Volpir." He then stood up from his bed. It looks like he is happy now. He then said, "You have my gratitude, old man. I will consume every bit of knowledge in this book," he said happily. He then snapped his fingers and said, "First of all, I need your help." The black-eyed structure again appeared with a peep sound. The black-eyed structure then flew towards Jaime's shoulder. He then ordered the eye to start breaking down the mana. The black eye made a peep sound and flew in the air. It started releasing the mana in the form of particles. Jaime then said, "First obstacle of the old man's breathing technique is, one must break down the mana to the size so that it can absorb through skin." He then said, "This would normally require one to practice at a designated place in a designated form, but I have Black with me," pointing towards the black-eyed structure. He told Black to, "Let's begin. I could get around this by having Black," he said. Black is a spiritual contract of Jaime. Jaime then thinks in his mind that, with the first obstacle taken care of, the second one isn't even a problem. If a limit exists, if there is a limit to the amount of mana my heart could absorb and store, I simply have to store them in different parts of body. Jaime then shouted, "Nothing can stop me." In the next morning, the birds are chirping outside the castle of early Earl Jaime Welton. We see Earl Welton and Nanny, who are standing outside the room of Jaime Welton. It looks like they are calling Jaime, but he is not opening the door. But one of them pushed the door. They both were shocked after seeing what was happening inside. Jaime was sitting in the mantra position. Seeing him, Nanny said, "The young master mana is gushing from within the body." Jaime's mana was swirling all around his body. Earl Welton was totally shocked after seeing this, and he thinks in his mind that, "I know the Marquess Rinmal has given Jaime something, but that much mana just overnight," he asked himself. "My little boy has that much potential." He then told Nanny that, "Leave Jaime the entire day today. Also, do have the staff standby, however, since he may come outside anytime." To which Nanny replied, "I will be here, master, do not worry." Earl Welton then starts to leave from there. As he was leaving, Nanny was tensed about young master, if he will be alright or not. "A mage, and not a swordsman, huh?" she asked herself. "He must have gotten it from his mother's side. Whatever the case, he has talent beyond imagination." As Earl Welton was walking out from there, many things were running in his mind. He was thinking about the words that were said by the old man Z. Marquess Rinmal, that his son could even be a rank 9 mage. He then smiled with satisfaction and said, "As expected from my son." Some hours passed by. Jaime was still sitting in his mantra position. After a few moments later, Jaime opened his eyes and stood up happily. "This is it," he said with joy. Breaking down mana while moving was difficult at first, as it was an action out of ordinary. He says, "But now that I am used to it, it's a piece of cake." His mana then again came out surrounding his body. He then said, "Mana at rank 4 is my limit." He was a little bit disappointed and said, "What a shame. Achieving rank 5 was only about a step away." Black the eye structure then came over his head. It looks like he was trying to convey something to Jaime. He then made a peep sound, to which Jaime replied, "I have no intention of modifying my body. I was aware this body was young and weak the whole time." Black then rolled around his shoulder and was again trying to say something. Okay, I am not in a rush," Jaime replied Black by rubbing Black's head lovingly. He also said to Black that, "My enemies are not running away, and it is a path I once worked. Doing it again will not be a problem." He then ordered Black to turn invisible by pointing his fingers towards him. A hissing sound came from Black, and he was invisible. Jaime then told Black that he is going to see his father now, so he should hide his mana the best he can. There is no point of revealing the existence of Black in front of his father at this point. Black then made a poof sound in reply to Jaime. "Good. I could barely sense anything from you," Jaime said to Black. "As expected of my servant," he said. "I am sure father would have no idea." He then asked himself, "Shall we head there now?" and he heads out of his room after wearing his slippers. He then started leaving towards his room with black behind his back in invisible form. In the next scene, we see Earl Jaime Welton and a man both sitting in front of each other around the table. The man was wearing a long coat on which a yellow symbol of crescent was there. Earl Welton says to that man, "I am honored by your presence, as I am aware of how busy you are." To which the man replied, "I simply wanted to say my greetings, my lord." He then said that, as far as I know, there had never been an established religion in this estate in the past. I wish to express my gratitude for allowing the faith in Zenith. Earl Welton replied, "I accepted it as I felt. It could be a help to the people of my estate." The man then twitched a little bit and said, "Pardon, what do you mean by that?" To which Earl Welton replied, "What I meant was, since I seek nothing but the best, that the faith in Zenith established in my estate will also become the best." It looks like Earl Welton was pretending in front of the man unlike his words. He thinks in his mind that, I see, he is setting the pecking order straight. It is also a warning not to hastily treat his people as those of God. I heard he would be tough to deal with, and the rumors were true. He then asked the man, "Why don't we get up? I am sure you have many things to attend to." Ahaha, thank you for your concerns. It looks like the both were pretending to be someone else in front of each other. "Be safe on your journey," said Earl Welton to the man. The man then joined both of his hands together and bowed in front of him, saying that, "May the protection of Zenith be with you." The man then starts leaving the hall. As he was leaving, Jaime was standing behind the pillar, located on the corridors. It looks like he hears all the talks between the man and Earl Welton. As he saw the man on the corridor, he said, "I knew it. A crescent moon symbol in a yellow sphere, and I could feel the dirty powers stemming out of his old flesh. It looks like he is the man of Zenith." Jaime was filled with anger. "How dare you attempt to set foot in my land, Zenith?" he said in his mind. He was then confused and was also in anger. He thought that, why is father trying to establish a fate in the estate all of the sudden? And faith in Zenith too. He then said, biting his nails, "Inconceivable. I cannot allow it to find a place within my territory. Since my powers are limited right now, there is only one way to do this. Established under the permission of Earl. Can't help but leave if the Earl decides against it." He then thinks that he should first see his father and should begin investigating from tonight. Jaime then went to his father's room and said, "Father, it's me, Jaime." He then went inside the drawing room of the Welton household. He sat in front of his father on the couch. After seeing each other, they both began to pretend smiling. "So did you finish what you were doing?" asked the father to Jaime. "Yes, father," he replied. Then he asked him that he must be really into magic, to which he replied, "Yes, I am, happily." "I was hoping you would lead a normal, simple life," said Earl Welton. Jaime was confused after hearing that, and he pardoned. His father then thinks in his mind, although he has too much talent for that, but the life of a genius isn't always peaches and roses. He then starts overthinking in his mind and think about Jaime's future. Everyone around him will speak praises of him at the sight of talent as he grows. However, the moment he runs into an obstacle, all those praising lips will start hurling insults and try to bite him off. Will my son Jaime really be able to endure that? He was a little bit tensed about his child. He then asked Jaime that, if he wished to stop studying magic, he may choose to do any time. "Don't worry, father, I won't," replied Jaime. He then said, "As expected from my son." He then thinks that, is this really the mana a 9-year-old could harness? Earl Welton then started feeling something strange from Jaime's body. "I could feel that he is absorbing more and more mana, in addition to the magical energy stored in his entire body. I thought you were only able to store your mana in your heart and nowhere else," said Earl Welton. He then asked, "Jaime, did you already master the book which Marquess Rinmal gave you yesterday?" "Yes, father," he replied. He also said, "I also made up with the disadvantages it posed." Earl Welton then gulped and said, "Marquess, what in the world did you create it? And how much powerful did he get overnight?" He then thinks in his mind, does he really have the potential to reach rank 9? He then pretended laughing and said, "I am just proud. I am overjoyed, because I am so proud of you, my son." He stood up from the couch. He then patted on the head of Jaime. While he was patting, he asked Jaime, "By the way, is that the creature you summoned by yourself?" pointing towards the black. Jaime was surprised and shocked. "Can you see it?" he asked to his father. He then thinks that it was completely under the invisibility spell. "It is impossible to see him. He can still feel the presence of my servant." Earl Welton then said, "A bat." "No, its shape is rounder than a bat." Jaime then told to his dad that he created this in the shape of a bat. He didn't told him because he would be shocked that I have created something like this. Mr. Welton then hugged Jaime tightly and said he is indeed shocked that he created the creature himself. He then appreciated more by saying that I was happily shocked by your talent. I can't believe that my boy is such a genius. I am so proud of you, my boy. You made me a proud father. He then leaves from there and goes towards his room. As soon as he entered his room, he sighed and said, "Why this household is so overwhelmed with love." He then waits for the night, as he need to investigate in the matter which he heard before. He then ordered Black to appear in front of him. The Black then got at his back and spread his wings with a purple lightning flame. Jaime then said to Black, "Whatever the purpose is, I will find it today." He then flew over the castle and the city to investigate the matter. In the next scene, we see a dark alley in which two people are sitting in front of each other. It seems like one is the man who came to the castle to talk with Earl Jaime Welton before. "What did the boss say?" one man asked to the other guy. "He said to do it unless we freaking want to die," he replied. "Where in the world did he get a job like this from?" says the guy from the castle before. "He is the sub-executive of the criminal organization, Reball Philip. And the other one is a member of the organization, Reball Jans." Jans then shouted loudly, "Earl Welton lets criminal band get away with a lot of things as we don't cross the line. But human trafficking is an act of crossing the line, let alone cross it." To which Philip replied, "But if luck is on our side, we may get away with it." Jans then said, "Maybe this time we will eventually get caught." He also said to Philip that, "Did you know that Earl Welton loves his children so much? So just think about it. What he will do when he will got to know that we are trafficking children in his own estate. He will completely annihilate us." Philip then replied, "Maybe our boss is confident to not get caught by the swordmaster for human trafficking," Jean said. He then said that he heard, "Any men are going to do it anyways. Someone like him will surely do it for 1,000 times. Philip then asked that what to do, they should run or snitch. To which James replied, "I would run then snitch." They both get reminded the rule of Undercity in their minds. It is, take responsibilities for your action, but do not blow the whistle on your fellow criminals. Thinking this, Philip said, "Let's run then." Johns then asked Philip that, "Do you have got any plans, as the estate is so big, and all the gangs will be after them?" Philip replied by saying that, "We will do as much as we can. It is better to die later than sooner." In the next scene, we see that our hero, Jaime Welton, was also standing near the ally, listening all their conversation. He then thinks in his mind, which idiot gave them the idea to engage in human trafficking. He then steps out from the ally and comes in front of them. Both Janes and Philip were shocked after seeing him. They asked him in fear, "Who are you?" To which Jaime replied while chuckling like a demon, "You are asking me who am I?" The demon laughed on his face. He approached towards both of them. Seeing this, Johns was filled with anger. He then swinged his hand towards Jaime and said, "If you have no intention of answering me, then die." Philip also assisted Jans. He took out his sword and swinged it towards Jaime. As soon as they struck Jaime, he got disappeared in front of them. Seeing this, they both were shocked. They both then looked here and there and asked to each other, "Where did he go? He is nowhere to found." Honey grunts. A voice came from above their head. They both felt very cold after feeling the aura. They both very afraid and shuddered. "You were talking about something quite interesting," said Jaime, as he was coming down from above releasing all of his mana. "I would like to hear more about it," he said, after pointing out his finger to them. Seeing his immense mana, Philip and Jans were shocked. They both then thought to surrender and tell everything to Jaime. All three of them then sat down on the boxes that were present on alley. Philip and Jans then told each and everything about the plan and the human trafficking done by Henny's men to Jaime. He then said, "Okay, so that is what happened." They both were sitting blank in front of Jaime. Jaime was a little tensed and also surprised after hearing it. He then sighed, saying, "Human trafficking little children too. That is the type of crime father abhors the most. What those idiots be thinking? Is premature death their wish?" "Ah," he asked to Jans and Philip. He then thinks in his mind, "It is so annoying. First a god trying to meddle in human affairs, and now humans are trying to toy with other humans or trying to toy with other humans." He then asked himself that, what was the leader thinking, accepting that proposal at the time? "I am sure they would know what my father is like," he said. Jaime then stood up from the box and said, "I have a very bad feeling about this. After he stood up, he made a crackling sound from his mana. A purple lightning appeared. He then placed his hands on both of their heads. It looks like he's about to manipulate both of them. He then ordered both of them run to the Earl household at once and reveal every detail of the plan by seeing it Philip and Jan's. It looks like they both are now controlled by Jaime's power. They both replied to Jaime's power. They both replied to Jaime, as you command, and stood up from there. After standing, the both bobbled and walked towards the exit of the ally. It will be a tumultuous night, Jaime said. Janes and Philip Z both then started leaving. As soon as they were about to reach the exit of the ally, and also Jaime was about to leave, he ordered Black to appear in front of him. Suddenly, after a moment, a large thud sound was heard, until Jaime realized he saw Philip and Jan's flying towards him. He turned back to see what happened to them, and realized the both were punched by someone and are knocked out. Seeing both of them lying on the ground, Jaime was speechless, and he couldn't figure out what had happened. Unless he heard a voice from his behind. Ha 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 ha, you stinking idiots. He then turned to see who was there and finds 4 men standing at the exit of alley. The all 4 were chattering among themselves. Sir, that was too loud, said one man from the group. It could attract the guards, said the another. After seeing all 4 of them, Jaime sighed and said, where did that moron come from now? He then made some actions with his hand by swishing it. In anger, he said, how dare you do this to my underlings? He then started to cast one more spell by pointing towards Philip and Jan's. While he was casting his spell, he said, I extended your lives a bit. If you are going to die, do it after you do my biddings. It looks like Jaime was healing both of them. Seeing this, the man standing on the exit of alley said, oh, look at this guy. Bring those 2 and the bastard in robes over. It looks like he is Hyani, the sub-executive of criminal organization of Reboal. He then said, I guess life isn't precious enough for you, punk. The underlings of Hyani came and dragged both of them towards Hyani. Drag the 2 here first, so I can kill them again, said Hyani. While the both were being dragged, Philip was a little bit conscious, and his eyes. He then begged for his life and asked to spare him. Seeing all of this, Jaime was filled with anger. As soon as he was about to attack Hani, some kind of shots were fired at Jaime. Shut the hell up, you trash scum, says Hyani. It looks like he was the one who fired some kind of shots at Jaime. Die, 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 he shouted several times while firing the shorts. As the shots were connecting the body of Jaime, their impact was so powerful that it was making a big hole on the body of Jaime. Seeing this, Hyani was happy, and he shouted with joy, ha ha ha, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let me hear his scream of death, he said, and generates an orange flame, which he was about to throw at Jaime. As soon as he threw the flame at Jaime, it looks like his body was all burnt up and got knocked out on the floor. Seeing all this, one of the Hyani underlings said, Sir, why did you attack Finn? He was sweating very rapidly, and we can also see terror on his face. Hearing this, Hyani shouted, What are you talking about? I attacked the little punk. As soon as he said that, a voice came from behind him. Are you finished? Hearing this voice, Hyani was shocked. He then turns behind him and finds that the little boy was still standing there unharmed. Did you have your share of fun? He asked to Hyani, to which he replied, What? He then again asked him. I said if it was fun to kill one of your own underlings. Jaime then laughed very loudly in front of Hyani. Seeing this, Hyani thinks in his mind that, but manner of creature is this guy? Why didn't he die? Didn't he die? Wait, is that pile of ash really? Also, after seeing Jaime, he said, and just what is this ominous aura surrounding his body? Just by looking at Jaime, Hyani was afraid and filled with fear. Jaime then said, Pitful acting like a powerful sorcerer with a power of a mere rank 3 mage. He then come closer in front of Hyani. While he came closer, Hyani took a step backwards. After seeing all of this, Hyani felt a little bit in his ego that how a little boy could challenge him. He then gritted his teeth and shouted, I will kill you, little punk. Rank 3 explosion spell burst. A massive amount of yellow flame came out from somewhere and attacked at Jaime. He then also said, it is not as powerful as rank 5 explosion spell detonation, but it should be enough to eliminate completely a small punk like you. Die, you little punk, he shouted. The yellow flames blazed and struck towards Jaime. As soon as his attack was finished, a voice again came from behind him. Did you know that a mental toughness of human being deteriorates at a tremendous rate at the sight of a being more powerful than he? Hearing this voice, Jaime was full of terror and shocked. He thinks in his mind that, how is he still alive? Jaime then said, that is why I love toying with the brain of someone weaker than I am. He then made some kind of hand signs to cast a spell on Jaime. Jaime was all surrounded with purple lightning flames. He then struck these flames toward him. At one single blow, Jaime was on his knees and fumbled to the ground. Seeing this, his underlings were shocked and said, he took down Jaime so easily. One of the guy among them shouted, run, he is a monster. They all were shivering from terror of Jaime. Seeing them all running, Jaime said that, how unfortunate is this? He then pointed his palm towards them and casted the spell again. A black flame came towards all three of them. It was ominous. Jaime then crushed his hands, along with his hands. The body of all the three underlings of Jaime were also crushed. After this, Jaime then headed towards Jaime and said, okay now. He then grabbed his hairs from his hands. It looks like he has also manipulated Jaime with his power of spells. Jaime then said to him, little servant, now answer my questions. To which Jaime replied, yes, master. Jaime was holding the hairs of Jaime. He was completely hypnotized by the powers of Jaime. He replied to him that boss wanted little children and groaned. Hearing this, Jaime said he didn't have any new information. What was he of time? He then thinks in his mind that he could notify father of the human trafficking operation through those two guys. But what should I do with this one? He asked to himself. Jaime was lying in front of him like a dead man. He then said, I only toyed with his mind a little, yet his soul is completely crushed. He will die soon even though his body is unharmed. He also said a rank 3 mage would normally make a good undead, but with a worthless soul like his, its flesh can start rotting any moment. The sight of an undead creature rotting skin in a peaceful region like this will not serve well, unless we were in a war. Jaime then chuckled and said, oh well, I guess I have no other choice. It looks like Jaime had some other intentions to do. Rank 3 mage in itself is a huge source of mana after all, he said. He then pointed his palm towards the body of Jaime. The purple lightning and flame began to come out from his body. Thank you for the meal, Jaime said. Now he starts absorbing all the mana from Jaime's body. Not bad, he said after absorbing all the mana. The body of Jaime was all drained out and smoke was coming out from it. Jaime then wiped his mouth with a cloth and said, although it was a bit tough to consume due to my physical limitation, and the mana wasn't exactly pure, I could count myself lucky to have devoured a large amount of mana. He then turned towards Philip and Jans. It looks like they have recovered from the spell that was done by Jaime on them. Now what should I do with you guys, he asked to both of them. He then told to them that he saved them by feeding them mana, but they won't last long like this. Both Philip and Jeans were sitting blank and weren't replying to Jaime. Jaime then summoned Black again. He appeared making a strange sound like poof. Hush, I cannot just let them die when there are things to be done, said Jaime. He then raised his hands towards both of them as he was about to do another spell. It's been a while since I last used necromancy, he said. Necromancy is the power to reanimate and control the dead. Although it is similar to raising the dead, it is not the same. It's because the dead reanimated through necromancy is no longer a living creature. It is going against the heavenly will and defying the law of nature. Jaime then continued his spell by saying, Conjuration of the undead, dead yet still living. You will be my loyal servants from now on and live the life beyond death, he said to Philip and James. He then starts casting the spell on them. He also asked Black to assist him. Black then flew more higher above their heads. He also started throwing the purple lightning on both of their body. Let's begin, Jaime shouted. Forfeit your lives and rise. Both of their bodies were rattling. Seeing this, Jaime thinks in his mind, why they still holding on to the current life? He then uses more of his power and shouted loudly, a body of immortality awaits you. You shall surpass even death. Both Philip and John started groaning loudly. Their body began to shake rapidly. Filthy sinners, come for it, shouted Jaime. Both Philip and James cried loudly in pain. It looks like the process of necromancy has been completed, and now both of them are immortal. We are at your command, master, said both Philip and Jans. A strange black smoke was coming out from their body. Seeing this, Jaime said that something seems off. He then said, why is dark smoke still stemming out of their bodies? Did I make mistake? Hearing this, Black was a little bit freaked out and tensed. He landed on the head of Jaime and keeps making the noise. It looks like he wanted to tell Jaime that it was not his mistake at all. Jaime then said, will you please calm down? Snap out of it. You did a good job, so don't worry. He then rolled Black in his hand and grabbed him. He then blamed himself and said, I think it was probably me. I did consider the chance of spell failure, but to see it with my own eyes is kind of depressing. Jaime then stretches Black like an elastic ball with both of his hands. He also said that, I have no intention of dwelling in the past glories, but it is quite said. He then releases Black to its original position. Black made a peep sound. It looks like he has been hurt by Jaime when he was stretching him. Now again, Jaime turned towards both of them and said, they will be of no use to me like this. Should I unsummon them? He then thinks in his mind that they won't even be able to carry out everyday actions, such as going to a restaurant, let alone infiltrating the Temple of Zenith while fuming smoke like this. Hearing this problem of Jaime, Black then made a strange sound like fidget, fidget, fidget. He then came closer towards Jaime and bite off his cheek while making a peep sound. Seeing this, Jaime went crazy, and he scolded Black. Why, you little, how dare you bite the cheek of your master? Black then rolled away from him. He then straight away went above the head of Reball Jeans. He then again made a strange sound and starts absorbing all the black smoke coming out from his body. Seeing this, Jaime was happy and surprised. Wow, I didn't know you could even do something like this, he said to Black, appreciating him. It looked like Black is chewing all the smoke that he absorbed from both of their body. By seeing both of them, it looks like they are both fine now. They will come in handy now, Jaime said. He then heard a weird sound behind him and saw Black was lying on the floor. By seeing at him, he looks very bloated. Jaime then came closer towards Black, and he pats him and appreciated him about the work he has done. Now shall I grant them new identities, Jaime said. Rise as Azad. You who once was Jans, rise as Riza. You who once were Philip, he said. We can see the powers flowing all around both of them. After the spell has been casted, the both opened their eyes with a flash. By seeing at them, it looked like they both are conscious now. They will be confused and perplexed for a while. I should give them some time until they get the hang of the situation, Jaime said. For a few moments they were all silent. The silence was also in the air around them. Jans, who is now Azad, then said, Are you the one that conjured me? Jans then thinks in his mind, who is this guy ill? His outward appearance suggests that he is only 9 or 10 years of age. But why am I sensing such a powerful ominous energy? He is like what I have only read from the books as a kid. And evil, something that should not exist, a being beyond belief, he said. Jans then gulped from fear after seeing Jaime. Seeing all of this, Jaime said, Yes, like, tell me, do I look like the Demon King or something in your eyes? We then see that Philip also rattled and clenched. He shouted, I do not know if you are the Demon King or not, but you certainly do not look human in our eyes. Hearing this, Jaime said, It is interesting how rebellious. Those eyes are not of someone loyal to his master. This too is probably because of my incompetence. Not that I am going to let it slide anyhow. He then pointed his finger towards Philip and wished his finger downwards. After this action of his fingers, Philip get knocked down to floor. As soon as he got an impact on the floor, he coughed very hardly. Jaime then approached towards him and said in anger, There will not be another chance if I see a facial expression like that again. You will cease to exist altogether, he said. Hearing this, Philip shuddered and said, Yes, sir, I understand. Jaime then pointed towards Jans and said, You two keep that in mind, to which he replied, Yes, yes, sir. Jaime then said, This is what a submission of soul is like, even if it is against their will, as long as the contract is still in their place. Their souls are mine. That is the nature of dark magic. He then suddenly realized that, Oh, I almost forgot I am not the Demon King, he said, to which both of them replied, Then may we know what kind of a being you are. Jaime then put off his robe from his head and said, while smiling, I am a dark mage that once attempted to slay the gods and still new beautiful morning. The scene starts inside dining hall. All the members of the Welton family were sitting around the dining table. Earl Argino Welton, Jaime's mother, his younger sister Sarah, and Jaime's mother, his younger sister Sarah, and Jaime himself. Jaime's mother hugged her daughter Sarah very lovingly. She said, My lovely baby, and clasped at her. Seeing this, Jaime thinks in his mind, that looks very tempting. Baby cheeks are so soft. He stares at her mother and younger sister. He then striked his face on the table, thinking that, soft my buttocks. What am I thinking? I must have gotten too used to this peaceful lifestyle, he said in his mind. His father and his mother talked among themselves. Wait, so it is tomorrow. Yes, time flies, doesn't it? This, Jaime, who was holding her younger sister in his arms, asked. Is something going on tomorrow, father? To which his father replied, pointing towards his mother, you didn't tell him about it. His mother then said, I completely forgot. She turned away from all of them and said, my little boy had me so worried that I couldn't think about anything else. Hearing this, Jaime thought, she must be talking about when I practiced the mana breathing technique using my entire body. She normally would not tolerate such things. I am sorry, mother, he apologized to her. His mother then replied, Mommy is fine as long as you're safe and sound, but if you overwork yourself like that day again, Mommy might be in grave distress and end up crying in the hallway. She said all this while holding a pillar. It looks like she was in pain. It will never happen again, Jaime says to her. He then again asked his father what is going to happen tomorrow, to which her mother replied very happily, we are going to the ball tomorrow. It will be a large-scale ball that is going to be co-hosted by Earl Simon and Earl Welton. The most nobles belonging to the eastern part of the Kingdom of Seldom must attend. She then turned towards both of her children and said, you two had never been there yet, but are old enough to attend now. Mommy is really looking forward to it. Hearing this, Jaime thinks in his mind that I will not be able to enjoy my precious alone time. After the whole family have completed their talks, Jaime went to his room. As soon as he reached his room, he ordered Black to appear in front of him. Black then appeared, making a sound as he always make. Jaime then climbed on his window and said, let go, talk to the two grunts. He then flew over many buildings and stopped at the end of an alley. He opens the door of one of the room present in that alley. As soon as Philip and James heard the noise of the door being opened, they stood up to greet their master. Master, you are here, they said. To which Jaime replied, yes, about the task I gave you. Saying this, he untied his robe. Our apologies, we have no information about the faith in Zenith as of yet. Their order was only very recently established, Philip said. Jaime then thinks in his mind, I assumed it would be difficult to get the useful information within a day, even for an executive of Rebale. Very well. What about the other task? He then asked. We have him right here, master. They replied by pointing out to a man who was tied with a rope. His mouth was also tied with a cloth. It looks like he wants to say something. The man seems to be shivering. He was thinking in his mind, that hair color, it can't be. Did the Welton household find out? He asked himself. Philip then introduced the man to Jaime. He said, he is one of the executive of Rebale. This scum knew of Hayani's plan to murder us. He is a perfect insider, then said Jaime. Jans then told Jaime that he didn't appear to know anything when we asked him. To which Jaime replied, I will be the judge of that. He then ordered Philip and Jans to ungag him. As soon as the cloth was removed from the man's mouth, he coughed and shouted, spare me. I really don't know anything. But if you let me go, I will do anything I can to get you information. The man then suddenly felt a chill down his spine. Jaime started some magic on him, he said. I have no intention of killing you. Just run this one simple errand for me. The man shivered after feeling the endless amount of ominous energy. He then again shouted by saying that, I will do it anything you ask, sir. I will find where the boss is if you ask. So just let me go unharmed. Shut up, said Jaime. There's only one thing you need to do, he said. He started casting the same spell used on Philip and James before. The man realized that he can't speak all of a sudden. Jaime then put his hand on his head and said, head to the Earl household at once and report the activities of your organization. He then removed his hand from his head and moved a little bit backwards. The man then stood up wobbling, moved towards the exit door and left. Don't empathize with him. He won't be chased by gang. Not when the Earl will be annihilating them anyways, he said to Black. He then ordered the two to leave the city and hide somewhere safe, to which they both replied, yes, sir. He then asked both of them, you are not curious as to why today? To which they replied, your commands are absolute, master. We simply follow them, and they both bowed to him. Phillips also said that while bowing, I think I understand the reason behind your command. Jaime thinks in his mind. They have the intelligence to figure that out too. Yes, you understand correctly, he said. His plan was that Father will obliterate the gang of Rebal from the face of the world. The existence of two members abandoned by their own organization will be forgotten easily amid the chaos. Jaime then turns towards the exit door and said, I will be away for a few days. Do not cause a scene in the meantime. They both agreed to him. As Jaime stepped outside the building and leaving, Philip called him from behind and shouted. Master Jaime then turned to ask, what is it? Master Jaime then turned to ask, what is it? Phillips holds his chest in fear and asked him, what manner of creatures have we become? I know that we have become already dead. We accepted it, knowing it cannot be undone. Not that we want to go back anyways, since we are satisfied with this power, but I just wish to know what kind of a being I am." Hearing this, Jaime said, "What exactly is it you wish to know about? Our powers have drastically improved compared to before death," he said. "Have we by any chance become high rankings undead?" he then asked. After hearing this, Jaime laughed very loudly. "My apologies, sir. Was the question a bit out of line?" asked Philip, to which Jaime replied happily, No, you gave me a genuine good laugh. Conjured creatures normally ask me if they really become undead. I have never seen undead except the new way of life so fast, like you, too." Hearing this, Philip replied, "Oh, we are honored, sir." Jaime then told Black that never have I even experienced anything like this in my entire existence. In most cases, they would be in denial and end up without a glimpse of intelligence, but not in this case. "I may have discovered a hidden treasure in these two." He said this by pointing towards Philip and Jans. He then told both of them, "You two are still zombies, just with the same outward appearances as those of before death. You have simply gained greater physical strength as you turned undead." Philip was disappointed after hearing this and said, "I understand, so we are just zombies." To which Jaime replied by laughing, "But you never know depending on how you guys perform. You may end up as high-ranking zombies." Hearing this statement, both Philip and Jans were so happy as they are back to their lives. "I will take my leave now. Stay hidden," said Jaime. "Yes, sir. Be safe on your journey," they replied. Since Black was acting strange, Jaime told him, "Don't be like that. I had a lot of fun, and it was reminiscent of the past too." He then said, "We wasted too much time. Let's head back now." In the next scene, we see Earl Jaime Welton holding a sword with blood on it, and a body of a beheaded man was lying on the floor. He was the same man to whom Jaime ordered to go to Welton household. That night, the Welton household was in great uproar. An executive of Reball, a sizable criminal organization based in High Sea, had blown the whistle. In response, the Earl had to postpone his departure until he had to take care of this issue. Jaime was standing in his window. He was in such a deep thought. As such, just the three of us have left and are on our way to Rean, the biggest city of commerce in the eastern region of Kingdom. It would be so much quicker with a teleportation spell compared to the past. However, things have usually improved. They have achieved immense technological prowess beyond comparison to the mythical era. It's just that I still have no idea how much time has passed after I was sealed away. History books contained events that occurred after my death. There had been an invasion by creatures from the underworld at one point, and the Demon King had been summoned at another. Of course, there hasn't been any significant catastrophic event for some time now, but I may become a breaker of the peace that lasted a few centuries. Jaime's facial features were a little bit angry, as he was thinking, "Foolish 12 gods. You had all this time to construct a unified force, but failed. My battle against them this time will be a walk in the park. I may inflict tremendous casualties along the way, but that is the least of my concern." While Jaime was thinking all of this, he was holding her younger sister Sarah in his lap. It looks like she was in a very deep sleep. He then came out of his thinking theory and stooped up. His room was all filled with mana around him. He said, "For now, let's just focus on this party." Then we see a new place. It looks like the caravan reached its place. The rays of the sun striking at the city makes it more beautiful. Reaching at the place and seeing its beauty, Jaime was overwhelmed. He said, "Rean is indeed an amazing place." His mother then explained with a smile, "It is the largest commercial city in the kingdom after all. You won't be able to find the places other than Rean, with such an enormous amount of money flowing through its economy in this whole continent." Jaime was amazed after hearing this fact. Now he got to know that why it was said that Rean is the biggest reason why the Seldom Kingdom is so wealthy, so I guess that's more than enough for proof. Then they were about to reach at their destination. Jaime told her mother that his heart is beating so fast just by thinking about meeting Count Simon. After hearing this, his mother grabbed him tightly and hugged him by saying, "Oh, my son is so cute. He must be nervous. He said that his heart is beating so fast, he is so lovely." She then also said, "It's all right. Your mother will hold your hands tightly." She was proud to know that Count Simon is someone that her son looks up to since he is aspiring to be a magician. Jaime agreed to her as he was not interested at all. She also told that Count Simon is amazing. He is a great magician. He is a great magician who climbed to 7th class when he was around the same age as your father. He is one of the 2 leaders of the Eastern Nobel group alongside your father, and he is also the Lord of Rean. His magic resembles that of a red lotus, befitting his alias, Red Lotus Magician. It is said to have taken thousands of lives. What kind of person is Count Simon? Jaime asked to her mother, to which she first started thinking, and then replied, he is a person with impressive blood-like hair. Jaime then wondered in his mind, Red Lotus Magician or 7th class? I am not really interested in those things, but that power, which is said to have taken thousands of lives in a single attack. I am curious about the magic that achieved such a difficult feat. Jaime also wanted a conversation with Count Simon. Jaime's conversation with Marquess Rinmel was a little bit short, and it also lacked at many places. But he was wondering what kind of conversation he was going to have with Count Simon. Their vehicle then stopped at a place. His mother asked both of her children to follow her as she was exiting the vehicle door. Okay, said Jaime, and followed her out of the caravan. A man appeared in a red suit. He asked Jaime's mother, could you be the wife of Count Welton? Yes, she replied. He then told them that he will need guiding them to the castle. As soon as they were guided inside the castle, they were told that they can stay here throughout the duration of ball. If there are any issues, they can call upon their private butler. Seeing all the arrangements, Jaime's mother felt a bit happy and said to Jaime, Count Simon has been so considerate for us. To which Jaime also agreed happily. A man then came out of one of the rooms and asked young Master Jaime to please use this room. Jaime wondered, how considerate of him, using the same room as your parents at this age. I don't even want to think about it. As Jaime was entering inside the room, his mother called him from behind and asked him to be back right away after he finished unpacking. A few minutes later, we say Jaime's mother sitting on the table. It looks like her makeover is going on. There were 2 ladies who were in charge of her to get her dressed. They both started appreciating Jaime's mother. Your hair is so smooth, says one lady as she was holding her hairs. My gosh, you are so pretty, says the another one. Her son Jaime was also standing near her. Mom, you are so pretty, he said. She asked again, does my son think that I am pretty? To which Jaime again replied, yes, mommy. She was so overwhelmed with joy after hearing this from his son's mouth. She then approached Jaime and told him that he is so handsome today and she wants to hug him. Meanwhile, one of the lady who was doing the makeover asked her to restrain herself today, as she's going to ruin her mock. Her mother then asked again, just once. Can I hug him just once? To which the lady again replied, you can't, you are going to wrinkle your dress. After all of this, one of the 2 ladies said, young Miss is done with her preparations as well. After that, Jaime's younger sister Sarah makes her entry. She was looking very cute and adorable in her new dress and hairstyle. Seeing her, Jaime's mother shouted, oh, my daughter is too cute. Jaime couldn't even resist himself from saying, oh Sarah, you are cute, you are like a doll. Sarah again asked, big brother, am I cute? Jaime leaned towards her and said, yeah, very. He then asked her to bear her dress for a little while, as he know that it must be feeling uncomfortable. The makeover team then also asked Jaime to change as well. Then they all have to move right away. The all 3 of members of the family then get dressed and moves out of their rooms. The 3 now approaches towards the banquet hall of castle. Jaime wondered that, are the ballrooms of nobles normally this extravagant? Is Count Simon taste this extravagant? Her mother told that he will be surprised when he sees it. All 3 then sits around the table on which the feast was placed. Meanwhile, the ladies who were sitting beside them starts appreciating the looks of Jaime's mother. Oh, Madam Welton, it's been a while, my God, you are still so beautiful, says one lady. Look at that dress, as expected from the mistress of the Welton family, said the another. She also said that, this is a coat made from cotton in our land. I prepared this for you so that you can wear them during winters. Hearing all these chatters, Jaime wondered, they are trying so hard to look good to the Welton family. I have seen those kinds many times in the past. He then thinks about his previous life events and said, during the mythical ages, which is not even recorded in history, foolish ones would suck up to the gods. It is very disgusting. Fortunately, my mother is good at dealing with people like this. Meanwhile, all this was happening. A sound came through the center arena in between. It looks like someone wants to grab the whole party's attention. Ahem, 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 can you hear me? Says the man in the black suit, who is standing in between the arena. He then welcomes all the guests and said, to all the esteemed guests attending this ball organized by the Simon family, I welcome you. The man standing in the middle of the arena is in charge of administration of the region land. He introduced himself as Rewul Banner. The ball will be beginning soon. Please be seated in your designated place. He then asked everyone to welcome Count Simon and his family, who will be arriving shortly. Hearing this, Jaime gets excited, as it was the moment he was waiting. He was very eager to meet Count Simon. A red-haired man entered into the banquet hall. "It's been a while," he said. He then welcomes everyone to the ball and hopes that everyone have a pleasant stay. Seeing him, Jaime felt a little bit trembled. He was also started to sweat a little bit. He wondered in his mind, a 7th class. He is around the same level of Marquess Reinmul, or maybe even stronger. Red Lotus Magician. He is definitely above my expectations. Count Simon then approached towards the table, where Mrs. Welton along with her family was seated. "Long time no see, Mom Welton. You look better than last year," he said. To which Mrs. Welton says, "Don't mention it, I am relieved as well, since both of you looks healthy. Anyways, is Count Welton not attending the ball this time?" he asked in curiosity. Mrs. Welton told him that he will be here by night as there was an issue back in our lands. He then asked, by pointing at Jaime, "I see that your son—" "Yes, he is my son, Jaime," she said. She introduced both of her children, Jaime and Sarah, to Count Simon. She then asked both of her children to say their greetings. "I am Jaime Welton, the eldest son of the Welton family," Jaime said. "And I am Sarah," says her younger sister. "Oh, your kids are so pretty," the lady said. Mrs. Welton then thanked her by wondering, "They are clever kids." Count Simon then looked towards Jaime. Seeing him, Jaime wondered, "He is observing every nook and cranny of my body. Go ahead and take a look," he said in his mind. Count Simon then continues to look him for a few more moments, and he then asked, "Your name is Jaime?" To which Jaime happily replied, "Yes, I am." He then tells him that we will see each other sometime later. "All right," said Jaime. Count Simon then leaves from there. After he left, Jaime wondered, as expected of Count Simon, "He is above my expectations." We can clearly see that Jaime can't wait to have a conversation with him. After the Simon family has reached there, everyone was dispersed back again to their designated places. They were told to have a great time and make themselves at home. We then see the son of Count Simon, who is staring towards Jaime Welton with not so good expressions on his face. Jaime was sitting on his chair on the table. He was wondering, when is father coming? It seems he is only going to arrive late at night. On the other table, Count Simon along with his family were having their meal. Count Simon was sitting there along with his wife and 2 children. One of Count Simon's son asked him about the eldest son of Welton family, to which his father replied, "Why are you so interested in a 10-year-old boy?" His son then told his father that he is young now, but he is bound to lead the Welton family in the future. Since he belongs to my generation, it wouldn't be a bad idea to learn about him. Hearing this, Count Welton wondered in his mind, with a strange look on his face. "I heard that he bosses around other noble children and acts like their leader. By looking at him, it looks like he also wants my acknowledgement, but it is useless. However, I can play along with him." His son then again said, "He is a smart kid. Is there anything else?" He was very curious to know about Jaime Welton. His father then ignored his question, and he ordered the waiter standing there to give them some pre-meal drinks. After hearing all their conversation, her mother grabs his son's hand. She said, "Get along with him. The Welton family has been our ally for a long time." Her son then says with a smile, "Of course, mother, don't worry." "All right," she said with a big smile on her face. His mother then looked away and asked for the pre-meal drinks. He then changed his expression and wondered while looking pale. "Sorry, mother, I have no intention to stay on good terms with him." He then says, he is going to make certain that he kneels under me. After hearing this, his father, Count Simon, then came behind him. He puts his hands in his shoulder and said, "As expected from my son." His son then wondered, will his father acknowledge him if he took this step? He then made a little devil smile, to which his brother also saw. It looks like both of them are familiar with the intentions of each other. After all the people were done with their meals, everyone started chattering with one another. Jaime's mother then asked him, "You must make a lot of friends, okay?" "Yes, mother," he replied. He then waved his hands to her mother and wondered, "No thank you. I will be enjoying this free time that you have given me. Is there any quiet place without anybody around?" he asked himself. He then wandered here and there around the castle. After some time, he ends up in a beautiful garden behind the palace. It was full of scenic views, with a pond full of fish in between. After seeing this much of property and fields, he wonders in his mind, Not only does he have talent in magic, but it looks like he is talented in the business field as well. He managed to develop the talent that he has to their peak. As he was further wandering around, he says about having some conversation with Count Simon. Conversation with who? Asked a girl from behind, as she tries to hold the hand of Jaime from behind. By showing his quick reflexes, Jaime turned and was about to attack her with his sword that he built through his spell. He swinged his lightning sword and stopped right at the girl's neck. Seeing his amazing reflexes, the girl was feared. She also started sweating. After seeing the girl being afraid of him, Jaime took back his sword and went to normal again. The girl got relieved after that. She then shouted and asked him, "How could you just suddenly swing at me?" To which Jaime replied, "Well, who asked you to suddenly talk behind my back?" The girl then goes a little bit crazy, she replied with anger. It's rude to point out something like that towards a lady. Jaime then wonders in his mind that she should be grateful that he didn't stab her. He then asked, "So who are you, and how did you appear behind me?" The girl replied with curiosity, "Me? You want to know who I am? Should I tell you or not? I don't feel like telling you straight away because I was too shocked just now." After hearing this, Jaime thought that she bothers me. The fact that she managed to completely hide her presence from me bothers me, and the way she speaks also bothers me. Jaime then said to her with a heavy voice, as he wanted to dominate her and scare her a little bit, "I'm not in the mood to play around with you." He then casted another spell that looks like a pistol. He then shoots on the ground just in front of her. After realizing that the bullet was too close from her, she felt a little bit scared and trembles with a fear. After shooting, Jaime said, "That is an air bullet. A second-class magic. If you don't have enough magic resistance, this will easily pierce through your skin and muscles. It is enough to instantly kill a child." Seeing and hearing all of this, the girl wondered, "What is the kid? Is he for real?" she asked herself. He then stares at her. "You still don't want to answer me?" he asked. The girl then jumped with scare. No. Really want to answer you, wait," she said. Jaime then asked her to tell him quickly before he shoots her. The girl then introduces herself. "I am Ash Ballet," she said. Jaime then replied with confirmation. "Ballet, the ballet family." She agreed him by saying, "I am the second daughter of the Bale family, and I'm also a spirit magician." Spirit magician is a term used to call magician who have made contract with the spirits, which are mystical beings born from nature. Currently, there are not many spirit magicians on the continent. They are looked upon as talented individuals and given the status of baron just by being spirit magician. Jaime then wondered by seeing the girl, "This young girl is a spirit magician," he asked to himself. He then relates from the earlier event, wind spirit, so that's how she was able to get behind me without making any noise. "In my prime, not even spirit could hide from me." He then stares at the girl thinking, but still it is surprising at most. She seems to be around the same age as me right now. She is already a spirit magician. People normally train for nature affinity after the age of 10. Looking at her now, she must be a genius born with natural affinity. Jaime was very impressed by her. He then also says if she starts training properly, she might even be able to make a contract with the king. The girl then says to Jaime, "Now that you know who I am, you should tell me who you are as well. Who are you? And why are you using such dangerous magic?" Jaime replied. Me replied, "Me." While wondering, she is asking for his identity after telling hers. She is someone who doesn't let you of easily. Ash Ballet then says, "Who else is here except for you?" Jaime then introduced himself by saying that his name is Jaime Welton and he is the heir of Welton family. "It is nice to meet you, Ash Ballet." Jaime then wondered a fact about Ballet family, that the family is a faithful subordinate of Count Welton. The next scene is from the Welton household. Earl Argino Welton is standing in front of a man. A man was lying in front of him. It looks like he is also a member of the organization who were involved in human trafficking. The man who was lying was coughing and choking on blood. It looks like Earl Welton was the one who ended him up in that situation. Earl Welton then shouted in anger, "I didn't bother and left your organization alone because it somewhat had a positive effect on my land. But how dare you did human trafficking on my land?" He then lifted his head with his shoe tip. "It is something that you wouldn't dare to do unless you are crazy or you wish to die." He then kicked the him backwards and said, "If you wish to die, then I will make your this dream come true." The man pleaded him for his life, but Earl Welton ignored and asked his man to hang him tomorrow. He then also ordered his man to prepare for his carriage as he is going straight away. "Yes, sir," his man replied. Earl Jaime Welton left for the palace to meet Count Simon and attend the party. After he left, his men took the guy of the organization to execute him. Earl Welton's men were about to execute them, but suddenly we see there is someone hiding above the tree. It looks like the execution was about to get ambushed. There was a man wearing a black robe. He was also holding a blue orb in his one hand. Seeing Earl Welton's men, he said, "Laval was failure. Prepare plan B-E." And this is where the video ends. So if you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to Prince Recap channel.